So as it stands, I am 4 episodes deep into Ufc Bjj, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu branch of the ever-growing TKO tree. So it's only fitting that we're talking about it. How is the show, you might wonder? For me personally, it's very reminiscent of early Tough vibes. The production is virtually identical, and the way they edit everything together, from the house to extracurricular activities to training to coaching, coaches' opinions and backstories, it's all done with a very similar formula, but that is a comfortable formula for me. I can't lie, I got excited about the show. About halfway into the second episode, I was into it, so I do hope there is more of it. Maybe a women's division as well, that'd be cool to see. The coaches being Harrison Gabriel and Mikey Musumeci, they're both great, and they are very different from one another. Gabriel is very quiet, very reserved, even speaking in his native language, he's just a quiet guy. Mikey is extremely passionate about what's going on, and as he explains things, you can see him light up, and to me that's very entertaining, and I've always liked his energy that he has brought since he first appeared on One. That's how long I've been following him personally. I find it very interesting being able to hear well the real-time coaching that's going on during the matches. If you're focused on it, you are able to see and pick up what they are talking about, and they all present it in different ways to the player in the octagon. The stories that are presented from these players, the cast, they are compelling. These are interesting people, and they come from interesting gyms. The backgrounds, some will pull at the heartstrings, some you can very easily relate to, some with babies on the way, some with new wives, new families, new residences, extraordinary hardships, etc. You can say your typical stuff, but these stories feel more specific and personal as opposed to early Tough when they would do the backstories of the fighters, you know what I mean? And I think the details of the stories that are presented to us through the eyes of the players related to their backgrounds fits in with the overall tone of the show. It's actually quite refreshing to see these guys are just getting along and having bottles of water while they're going bowling. There's a certain camaraderie there, and a lot of them are actually already familiar with one another. As anyone who has rolled in jiu-jitsu knows, it's kind of repetitive as far as who you're facing and what kind of people you're around.
Right now, I'm gonna get out of your way and let you do this. You've done this before. This is part of a record break you're gonna do?
Yes, I hold the Guinness World Record for breaking 20 tempered glass in 2 minutes in Rome, Italy. And as you can see the certificate, the medal, and the belt down there. And here I'm just gonna attempt to blow this out in one shot.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
I'm gonna move out of the way. Kevin, you do what you do.
Yes,
all
sir.
Right. Oh, should we be silent or can I talk while
No,
you're
you can talk all you want. I'm about to do my thing.
Okay, now you guys can go on the website and get all the information that you need.
Hey! 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 Hey!
That is a tough door.
Well, let's switch hands and do with the left hand now.
You're gonna continue.
Yes, sir.
How's your hand?
Oh, my hand's fine.
Your hand is fine. Okay,
yes, sir.
Give it another shot. Make sure the bricks don't break.
Here we go.
Ball, I mean. And there we go. Give it another shot, Kevin. Go record break.
Everyone here is high level. Who I'm looking at is Andrew Tackett and Davis Seri, I believe is his name, from Norway. Very interesting couple of chaps right there. Davis trains under Gordon Ryan and Danaher. He's been training under Danaher for quite some time, even before he even met him, with Danaher's DVDs. If you have not seen Danaher's DVDs, they are worth your time if you're into jiu-jitsu. The editing is interesting during the action. I do notice little skips. I'm one that's laser focused on what's going on the mat. Your general viewer may not notice it, but there are some slick skips in between, I'm guessing, lulls in the action. As far as the action goes, it is high level. A lot of leg work in the first 4 episodes for sure. The action is also high level. That bowl shape, I think, is very interesting and has already made some interesting interactions between players. Dana does appear in the show, or at least at the beginning. Claudia Gadelha's there. She does the weigh-ins. It's pretty cool she has a space for something to do in the UFC. OG is what Claudia is. Claudia. Very cool to see. And I know this is going to be ending quickly. This is not a weekly thing on live TV like back in the day, but it is worth watching for sure. You get some introspective, and if you're focused on what they're doing in there, man, who knows? You may learn a thing or two. The match between Musumeci and Gabriel at the end of the show is going to be interesting as well. I am a believer that it will be able to grow from this. In fact, I hope it does. You know, this angle school of martial arts it doesn't have a machine behind it anywhere to be able to make that big cross over the bridge, you know what I mean? And though we got people like Craig Jones doing things which are interesting and cool, the machine isn't there. And I hope this doesn't wipe out other Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu promotions, but I do hope it does shine a light on it, and people can get more comfortable watching it, knowing what they're watching as well, and being more patient. You know, there's a lot of impatience in MMA from the fans, I mean, especially UFC fans, specifically UFC fans. So how is it right now? I encourage you to watch it, at least the first 4 episodes. That's how deep I am. We'll see if it gets any worse. But the overall tone, man, it's just refreshing compared to like the hate and vitriol and the drunken stupor and the attitude, the willful ignorance and insulting one another and complaining, and none of that's happening on this show. These guys are just happy to be there, and oh damn, what do you know, dude ripped my ankle off. Well, that's not good, you know, just go about my day and eat some fucking white rice or something. It's incredible to see in 2025, because in MMA right now, man, in UFC, everyone's about trying to be a character, and the ones that are not trying to be a character don't get any recognition. This whole group of people have been respectful, and there's been no craziness. Been some crazy jiu-jitsu going on, that's about it. So UFC BJJ, welcome to a TKO Talk. That's all I can really say, fuck. TKO, UFC BJJ, it's worth it.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfucker.